At the beginning of the drama, we are shown a dating show where we see a girl named Lee Wan, who is the female lead actress, and she is given the script of the show. But suddenly, another popular actress named Yu Ran comes, who snatches the script from Lee Wan and gets angry at her for no reason. Now, both of them had done acting training together, but Yu Ran was a little more famous, so she was very arrogant. When she came to know that Lee Wan is going to do a dating show with a popular actor, she used her contacts to participate in the same show. And now, she has come and threatened Lee Wan to leave the show. When she refuses, she even beats her. But Lee Wan was very innocent, so she doesn't say anything to her. But here, Lee Wan's twin sister, Lee Chen, records a video of them threatening her. Here, Yu Ran is shocked to see both of them. Then, her friend tells her that because of them being twins, now Lee Chen has become very strong and can fight back for herself. Now first, she snatches the script of the show from her. Then, while giving a warning, she tells that today, I am leaving you because of my sister. Otherwise, I would have ruined your life, along with this video. That's why she has to leave. After that, a photo shoot was going to happen. So Yu Ran threatens Lee Wan and forbids her to wear a red color dress. So Lee Wan gets scared and agrees to this. But now, Lee Chen has to teach her a lesson, so she reaches the photo shoot in place of her sister, wearing a red dress. Seeing her, Yu Ran gets very jealous and she gets very angry at her. That's why she tries to tease her hard, but instead, she teases her. Now, Lee Chen was looking very good in the red dress. That's why the photographer makes her sit on the sofa and makes Yu Ran stand behind her, due to which Lee Chen enjoys herself a lot. On the other side, we see that someone pushes Lee Wan down from the stairs, due to which she is very badly injured. Now, that person was wearing a cap. That's why we cannot see his face. Then, Lee Chen and her friend quickly send her to the hospital, but she wanted to go with her sister. But her friend tells her that she is still not in a position to shoot, and her contract was signed, so Lee Chen will have to shoot in place of her sister. Else, she will have to pay a penalty for breaking the contract. That's why she is upset. But Lee Chen had understood that Yu Ran had used her contacts to plan to remove her from the show. After that, the assistant director tells her that there is not much shooting left, and on top of that, the actor who was supposed to shoot with Lee Wan refused to shoot with her. That's why she had to shoot in the background. Now, after hearing this, she understands that all this is done by none other than Yu Ran. But how can she let her sister's career end so easily? That's why she gets some idea. After which, we meet the male lead of the drama named Lee, who is the president of SW Group and is also the producer of this dating show. On the other side, Lee Chen had made a plan to convince that actor Lu Feng to participate in the show as a couple with Lee Chen, for which she had also made a couple contract, according to which she was going to pay 1 lakh yuan to Yu Feng to become a fake couple with him. But Lee Chen took the contract and opened the door of room number 809. But she snorts and comes inside. But this room was of Lee, and he was standing there facing toward the window. And here, Lee Chen starts telling him about her contract. So after understanding everything, when she tells him that after the show she is going to give him 1 lakh yuan, he turns his face and says, "Only 1 lakh yuan?" Now, seeing his face, Lee Chen is shocked because Lee was the same boy whom Lee Chen had proposed in her high school, but Lee had rejected her without giving any answer. Now, Lee Chen sees him, and Lee asks her, "Do you know me?" Then, she hides her face and runs away from there. While leaving, we find out that this was room number 806, whose 6 pendulum had become 9. Now, Lee's brother was also here, but Lee was just looking at the contract. On the other side, Lee Chen comes to her friend and tells her that she will do this work because Lee is also here. On asking, she tells her high school story that after Lee Wan went to the training, Lee was transferred to her high school. Lee Chen had a crush on him, so one day, she confessed her feelings to him by giving a love letter. But when Lee backed off from his place, she understands that he has rejected her, so she throws the love letter down and runs away after giving him a goodbye kiss. And after this, it became even more embarrassing for her because she was thinking that Lee Chen might be thinking all sorts of things about her. So, to solve this situation, she gives paper folded like a letter to all her other friends and hugs them too, so that Lee takes them all casually. But the next day, he left the school, and in this way, Lee Chen's first love ended. But now, at present, she was feeling very embarrassed after seeing him again. Then, she was about to leave from there, but then the director comes to call her for the shoot, where she has to cry and act a little because she was not going to get her dating partner. So he takes her there, and as per Yu Ran's plan, no one chooses her as a partner, so she starts her acting as explained to her. But when she is leaving from there, Lee enters there, who says that he will be his partner. Now he was the producer, so no one could refuse his words. But seeing him again, Lee Chen was surprised and starts running away from there. But Lee brings her closer to him and says, "Have you forgotten me so soon? I am ready to become your contract lover. Saying this, he brings her closer to him. Then, the director makes them the main couple, due to which Lee Chen becomes very happy. Then, she agrees to this deal of Lee, but Lee, while teasing her, says that to come closer to him, she will have to pay extra, on which she starts arguing with him, and he starts increasing the price. Then she says, "You are the owner of the company, then why do you need such small money?" So Lee says, "Then forget this contract." Hearing this, she immediately agrees to this. Now, after this, their next task was going to be on the camp, so everyone goes out. Here, we are shown Lee Wan, who had now gone to a coma, and to take care of her, there is another common friend of Lee Chen there. On the other hand, their shooting is going on, where all three couples had to show their caring for each other. Along with that, they had to show their romantic side as well. In this, Yu Ran is shown to care for her partner without any reason, seeing which Lee Chen also starts to take care of Lee. But then Yu Ran kisses her partner on the cheek, and now Lee Chen did not have the strength to do this. That's why she is a little upset. But Lee says, "Have you won this task?" Then Lee kisses her and starts kissing her, seeing which Lee Chen was shocked. Everyone else was also shocked. In this way, these people win the task. After that, Lee tells her that for this kiss, you will have to pay 10,000 yuan extra, on which she said that she already knew. After that, she comes to her friend and talks to her. Now her friend was very excited to see all this, so she asks her about this. Then Lee Chen tells everything to her. She also tells that with so much hard work, she had earned 110,000 yuan, which will end only because of this contract. On top of that, this Lee is also taking extra money from me. So, the friend says that you should adjust a little. If Lee remains your partner, then you will win the show comfortably. Then you will get a lot of money after shooting, which will cover everything. So, from here, all of them reach the next shooting spot, where Lee goes to drop Lee Chen with his car. Now, here she is feeling very embarrassed with Lee, but he was coming close to her again and again. Now, everyone starts talking about Lee and Lee Chen. Even on the shooting set, everyone was talking about them. Yu Ran is very jealous of all this. That's why she puts one of her expensive jewelry in Lee Chen's purse to spoil her image and starts the drama of searching for her jewelry. Now, seeing her antics, Lee Chen understands everything. That's why she says that Lee Chen should not be trapped by this old technique. Now, she takes out the jewelry from her purse and throws it down. Then, now she blames Lee Chen for breaking the jewelry, saying that because of you throwing it, my jewelry got broken. That is why she asked her to give her 70,000 rupees to pay. Now her jewelry was already broken, but Lee Chen could not prove it. Then, Lee also comes, and he proves that her jewelry was already broken, but Yu Ran was showing too much attitude. While going, she hits the table, due to which coffee falls. Then, Lee brings his suit and deliberately spoils coffee on it, and now he asks Yu Ran to pay for ruining his branded suit, out of which 70,000 yuan is given by Lee Chen for her jewelry, and the remaining money he asks her to transfer it to Lee Chen, and Yu Ran has to transfer the money. Now, seeing this, Lee Chen is very happy, but then he asks her to return the money to him, and she has to return it. Now, he had also brought a fake couple contract with him, which both of them sign. After that, Lee Chen starts telling everything to her friend. While talking about Lee Wan's health, her friend tells her that it is good. Then she says that it is good that no one suspected you, that you are not Lee Wan, but her twin sister, Lee Chen. While she was saying all this, the voice recorder of the message was turned on by Lee Chen's hand, and it was recorded and transferred to Lee's number. When both of them notice it, they are going to delete the message quickly, but then her phone switches off. Now, the charger of her phone was not there, so she comes out and goes to Lee's room, where we understand that he was taking a bath right now, which means that he had not checked his phone yet. So, she asks for his phone, telling him that the battery of her phone is dead. Just then, some people from Yu Ran's team were roaming outside their room. Lee quickly pulls her inside, but what could she do? She starts saying, "Are you scared that those people will gossip about you?" Then Lee also started coming close to her to tease her, but quickly she goes inside his room and goes to find his phone. She runs inside his bedroom after seeing his phone, and as soon as she tries to unlock the phone while picking it up, then Lee tries to take his phone back, but while doing this, both of them fall on the bed. So, they come closer to each other, but Lee Chen was still worried about his phone, which had fallen a little ahead. So, in trying to pick it up, she came closer to Lee, due to which Lee got a little nervous. It was getting late, so he asks her to get up, but then they hear the sound of someone coming in the room, so they quickly hide in the blanket, but the phone falls down. Now, Lee's brother, Lu Feng, had come, who was asking him why he had participated in this show. Then he sees the couple contract lying alone on the table, so he goes to ask him about the details of this contract. He also asks him, "You liked a girl in school time, right? Maybe her name was also Lee Wan." But Lee does not let anything come out of his mouth and asks him to leave from there. Now, here we came to know that Lee did not know about Lee Wan and Lee Chen being twins. Neither did anyone in his high school know, and we also come to know that Lee also liked Lee Wan. Now, Lee's brother was going. Lee Chen falls down. from which she deleted the message. But Lee's brother had seen her here, and he gets surprised and asks him if you both are living together. But before he asks her anything else, she quickly runs away from there. After that, at night, Lee Chen gets a nightmare in which one rainy night she was returning from school when some guy attacked her. So her friend asked her about this. Then Lee Chen tells her that during school time, she had once testified against a criminal, so that criminal was after her after getting free from jail. Then her friend tells her that Li Wan's treatment will cost more money. So Lee Chen gives her all her savings and tells her to take good care of her sister. Now Lee Chen has to go for an ad shoot, where she was messing up a lot, because Lee Chen was not a professional actress. So they had to do the ad shoot many times. For this, Yu Ran scolds Lee Chen a lot, but Lee Chen tells her that this product is not right, its taste is very bad. All this is said, which Yu Ran had recorded, and she plays it in front of everyone with the help of her assistant, due to which the producer gets very angry. For this, he asks Lee Chen to apologize to him in front of everyone and also asks her to get out of this side. Just then, Lee also comes there, and supporting Lee Chen, he says that there is a lot of problem in his product itself. That is why he does not want to include his product in his show, so he cancels the collaboration of the product. After that, Lee Chen thanks Lee for saving her. Then she requests him that if he can give her 1 lakh yuan in installments, but he did not give any answer. Lee Chen tells that tomorrow we have to do the second part, so if you want, you can choose someone else as a partner. Lee says, when did I say that I want to change my partner? Lee Chen asks, if you really do not want to change your partner, he says, no, but if you want to extend our contract, then I can do that too. Here, before Lee Chen replies to him, Yu Ran comes there, and she calls Lee Chen for a talk, from where she offers her to change her partner for 1 million yuan. Now, seeing such a big offer, she agreed because with this, he can treat his sister well, and can also open his own veterinary clinic. So the next day, she chooses someone else instead of Lee as her partner. But Lee is very angry, and he did not even want to shoot further, because he had participated in the show because of Lee Chen. His brother asks him if this was the same girl whom he had a crush on in high school, on which he says, yes. Here we see the flashback, where we come to know that Lee started liking Lee Chen, but he never had the courage to tell her. But when she confessed her feelings to Lee, he became a little nervous, due to which he could not give any answer, and so she had a misunderstanding that he rejected her. At present, he tells Lu Feng that now he is going abroad again, but Lu Feng says, if you go back, then someone else will take Lee Chen, and then don't regret later. Hearing this, Lee stops here. On the other side, Lee Chen is telling her friend Meng about the money that 5 lakh yuan Yu Ran had already sent her, so both were very happy. And here, Lee makes Lee Chen's partner out of the show by giving him a lot of money, so that Lee can bring Lee Chen back closer to him, due to which now Lee Chen will have to shoot with Lee, due to which Lee Chen thinks that even if she goes close to Lee, Yu Ran will not give her money. So with an idea, she calls her high school friend to be her partner named Jian in this task. Now, the director needed a partner for this, so he includes Jian in the show as well. But when Lee sees Jian, he gets very angry because he was the one to whom Lee Chen had given a love letter during school time, whom Lee had seen doing this. And then he thought that maybe Lee Chen likes Jian, and he did not know that all this was done just to save herself from embarrassment, so that Lee thinks that Lee Chen must have played a joke. Now, at present, a cake-making competition starts between the two couples, but Lee was getting jealous seeing both of them together. So after making the cake, they have to feed the cake to the other couple. Now Yu Ran had made a chocolate cake, to which Lee Chen was allergic, so she gives her a slice of cake to eat, but Jian catches the cake and himself eats it completely, because she knew about her allergy. Now seeing this, Lee gets even more jealous, but Yu Ran was after her to make her eat the cake. She tells in front of everyone that Lee Chen has been very fond of cake since school, which Lee Chen was not even refusing. And before Lee Chen could eat it, Lee comes close to her and eats the cake, which makes them indirectly kiss each other, seeing which everyone gets shocked again. And on top of that, Lee Chen was also angry and says, "This is my first kiss. How did you kiss me like that?" Then Lee says, "Okay, I will return it," and he kisses her again. She says, "Why you kissed me again when I told you to return it?" Then he kisses her and says, "You keep your kiss with yourself." Now this scene becomes viral, and people start liking the pair of both of them very much. Seeing this, Yu Ran gets very angry. She takes back the money given to Lee Chen. Now she comes to have dinner with Jian. Seeing this, Lee Chen gets upset again, where we come to know that Jian is her childhood friend, whom she knew everything about Lee Chen and Lee Han, and he also likes Lee Chen. On the other side, Lee had come to the hospital, where we came to know that Lee had some disease. That's why he went abroad from high school time for his treatment. After meeting Lee Chen again, he does not have any plane to return abroad. Here, the same guy who pushed Lee Wan from the stairs reaches the hospital and goes to her room, pretending to be a doctor, where he was going to kill her by strangulating her. Then he sees a dating show of Lee Chen on TV. Seeing this, he gets surprised to see both of them, but then Lee Chen's friend Meng comes there, so he has to go from here. And seeing the black hand gloves in his hands, she doubts about that guy, so she immediately calls Lee Chen. Here we see Lee Chen and Jian, where we come to know that Jian is also a doctor. So he goes to check Lee Chen. After that, Lee Chen sees that black hand gloves outside, which she has come to check. Here she again gets the same panic attack. In school time, a guy had attacked her. She was also wearing similar hand gloves, so she gets very scared. She hears the sound of someone coming from behind, which scares her even more, so she attacks him with great force. But it was Lee whose hand gets hurt, so he has to go to the doctor. Here Lee asks her about changing the partner, to whom she tells that she did not have enough money to give. That's why she had to do this. Lee angrily asks, "Have I ever asked you for money?" After this, Lee asks the reason for her coming to the hospital. Lee Chen lies that Meng was unwell. On asking, Lee also lies that his brother was unwell. That's why he brought him here. Then Jian also comes here, who talks about dropping Lee Chen to her house. Then Lee pretends to be talking to his brother on phone and tells them that his brother went home alone, and then says that it doesn't matter if my hand is injured, I will go alone. Now hearing this, Lee Chen said, "You come with us, we will drop you to your house." Due to which Lee becomes very happy. Here Jian tells Lee Chen that the guy was an unknown person who had come to kill Lee Wan. But don't worry, I have shifted her to the VIP ward. Then all three come out, while Lu Feng was still inside the hospital, who was shocked to see Lee Chen going on a wheelchair. Seeing which he goes to call his brother, but in order to stop him, Meng takes out blood from his nose. She forbids him to tell this to Lee, and while leaving warns him that if he tells anyone about this, she will break his hand. Here, Jean sends Lee Chen to bring a car. After this, he starts talking to Lee and asks him, "You must be knowing everything about Lee Chen and Lee Wan. Still, you pretend in front of her that you don't know, but it will be of no use because Lee Chen used to like you 6 years ago, but you left suddenly. So by now, her feelings for you must have gone. But during this time, I was with her. And we both are very close too." Then Lee says, "But you are not together," on which Jian says, "I know that she does not like me in this way, but I know that I am more important to her than you. You haven't even told her your feelings even once till date, but she knows everything about my feelings for her, and I am sure that someday she will understand my feelings." Then he asks Jian what was written in her letter, which was actually blank. But Jian says, "It is a secret that I cannot tell you." Then Lee Chen comes there with the car. After that, they drop Lee home. And then Jian tells her about the criminal who is after her. And now she understands that the criminal had come to kill Lee Wan, thinking her Lee Chen. Here, Lee still had that love letter with him, which Lee Chen had given him, so he was looking at it. Then Lu Feng comes there and tells him that he saw Lee Chen in a wheelchair in the hospital, due to which Lee understands everything. That's why she is pretending to be Lee Wan. Then he asks his brother to check the CCTV footage of the shooting spot to find out who had hurt Lee Wan, or was it the same killer? Here, seeing Lee Chen's popularity, Yu Ran gets very jealous. Now Yu Ran's mind was a little less, but her assistant was very smart. She notices the conversation of both of them in the past few minutes. She tells her everything, that Lee Wan used to be very quiet, she likes chocolates a lot, and blue sugar. To keep herself fit, she always kept chocolates with her, which are not seen with her now, and she was also getting very nervous while eating chocolate cake that day. Because of which they get a doubt that maybe she is Lee Wan's twin sister, Lee Chen. So both of them plan something. Here, the shooting of Lee and Lee Chen was going on, where both of them were asked about their type of boy, that what type of boy they like, where Lee Chen tells all the qualities of Lee during school time. In flashback, we are shown their school, where Lee Chen had a crush on Lee because he was very handsome, very smart, and intelligent. He used to help others, loved animals a lot. When Lee is asked about his type of boy, then he also tells the same things. After that, Yu Ran and her assistant add some chocolate powder in her drink, due to which Lee Chen starts having allergic reactions as soon as she drinks it. So she runs to the washroom on some pretext, and Yu Ran and Meng's assistant also come there and start a video recording and ask her to eat a chocolate. Yu Ran tells her that she knows that she is not Lee Wan, so she threatens Meng and makes her run away. But Lee Chen does not get weak. She takes the chocolate to prove it, but there is no immediate reaction, so she comes out from there where her health was getting worse. Just then, Lee comes there and tells her, "My health is bad, so take me to the hospital." Before that, he makes Yu Ran run away from here. After that, Lee Chen is admitted to the hospital, but when Lee Chen gets well, Meng tells her that she is getting a supporting female lead role in a drama. To discuss the deal, they have to go to a meeting with the producers, which was to be held in a hotel of Lee. So both of them reach the meeting. But Yu Ran had also come there to discuss the deal of this supporting female lead. But these producers were very bad, and he starts seducing both Yu Ran and Li Chen. He makes them drink too much. In between, Meng goes to the washroom once to call Li there. Now this producer goes to harass both Li Chen and Yu Ran, but Li reaches there on the right time. Here, he calls Li Chen by her name. Hearing this, she asks him, "Since when did you know about this?" Then he said that, "I recognized you on the very first day." Here, we are shown a flashback of 1 month before the start of this reality show, when Lu Feng told the idea of a dating show to his brother. Then Li sees Li Chen's photo on one of her employees' laptop when Li Chen built a shelter for stray animals. After 6 years, he was very happy to see Li Chen. That's why he started finding out about her. But during this, he came to know that there is a model who looked like Li Chen. So when he found out about her, he came to know Li Chen is her twin sister. That's why he chose her sister for the dating show, so that he could meet Li Chen on some pretext. But Li Chen came to him with a couple contract, which he liked at first sight. He had recognized her, and the way she talked to him. He was also confirmed that it was Li Chen. That's why he acted in the show, so that he could express his feelings to Li Chen. Because even now, he used to like Li Chen only. So, coming back to the present, Li pushes the producer out and takes Li Chen to her room. Then the next morning, when she wakes up, she does not remember anything. That how she reached her room, neither Meng remembers anything. But Li Chen remembered so much that the producer had tried to misbehave with her. After that, Li Chen was going for shooting. Then she finds Li in the lift. Then she remembers a little bit that maybe Li had dropped her home yesterday. So she asks Li about this, but Li asks her, "Do you not remember anything? What did I tell you yesterday?" On which she says no. So here he does not tell her anything again. Now the next day, the producer's wife reaches there and slaps Li Chen as soon as she comes, where she stays behind. She pushes her down and makes her fall down. The lady starts shouting at Li Chen that, "You had tried to seduce my husband for a role in his movie," as a proof of which she has shown some photos of last night in front of everyone when the producer was coming close to her to drink. But she told that, "Your husband was drinking with us and was harassing us." Then the lady asked her to prove it, but Li Chen says that those people had already taken the phone of all of them. She did not have any proof. Now the lady starts speaking against her, and she had even called the media people. So now, to save her, our hero comes there and explains to that lady that, "Yesterday, I was also there, and your husband wanted to take advantage of making them drink. That is why I thrashed him well, the marks of which would be on his body. You can check after going home." But she was not believing his words and asks, "What were you doing there?" So Li says in front of everyone that, "Li Chen is my girlfriend. That is why I went with her. And anyway, that hotel was mine." But that lady starts doing her drama. So now Li kissed Li Chen in front of everyone to save her. Now, instead of the negative image of Li Chen that was being created, now there was talk of them being an official couple. So Li says to that lady that, "If you are not able to believe it now, then send your husband tomorrow to talk to me. I have seen how much courage he has to face me." Now that lady becomes silent and runs away from there, hiding her face. Then here, Li has a doubt on the cameraman who was taking their photos with gloves on his hands. So he follows him, and that guy fools him and escapes. Here, Li Chen was immersed in the thoughts of her kiss with Li. It seems that she had started liking Li again. Here we see Jian. When he saw their kissing photos, he reaches Li Chen's house to meet her, where Li also comes in a little fear. Then, Jian goes to ask Li why it was necessary for you to kiss Li Chen. "If you had to lie to save Li Chen, then you should have hugged her." Then, Li says, "I had said that whatever came to my mind, I hadn't done it intentionally." Jian says so, then why was there a need to tell Li Chen, your girlfriend? You could call her your friend. Li says, "I already told you that whatever came in my mind, I did that." Now, Li Chen was hungry, so all three of them went out to eat, but it was raining outside. So Li Chen came back to her room to bring the umbrella. Here, Jean says to Li that if you are so fond of knowing, you should ask yourself to Li Chen what was written in the letter that she gave me. Then, Li remembers that day when Li Chen gave him a love letter, and because of falling down, it also went into the water. That is why whatever was written in the letter got washed away. So to ask Li Chen what was written in it, after finishing their night class, he mustered up courage and went behind Li Chen. It was raining heavily at night, and this was the same night when the criminal had attacked Li Chen. Then he was shocked after seeing something that day. Now at present, Li Chen has brought an umbrella. So all three of them were about to escape from here when Li saw that man again at a distance who was wearing gloves. Both of them look at each other, then that man goes from there. Then Li asks Jian to take Li Chen inside and stay with her till he returns. Then Li goes after the man. After searching for a while, he gets a call from the criminal who is saying that I hope you will never forget me. Then we are shown a flashback of that night. When Li hears some sound, and then he finds the chemistry copy of Li Chen on the ground, and he hears a shouting voice from the front. So, he runs towards her where he sees that the criminal was going to attack Li Chen. So he quickly comes to stop him, but the criminal picks up a rod and hits him repeatedly, breaking his bones, after which he was going to kill Li Chen, but Li caught his leg. Earlier also, the siren of the police car is heard because Li had already called the police. Then, the criminal tries to leave, but Li did not let him go, so the criminal is about to hit Li with the rod. When the police catches him, the criminal threatens him. He says that I will not leave you alive when I come back. Remember, you will regret this a lot. Then, the criminal was sentenced to 5 years, now coming back to the present. The same criminal comes in front of Li and says that I had said that you will regret this a lot. First because of that girl, and then because of you, I had to spend so many years in jail. After coming out, I thought of living a good life with my family, but my mother died due to illness, my daughter committed suicide, and my wife ran away from home. Only because of you both, I have no reason to live. The girl and you both are living such a happy life. I will not let this happen. Then Li says that you have done crime. That is why you had to go to jail. But the criminal says that now I am grown up. Do not worry about taking revenge from both of you. I will not kill both of you, but will ruin the life of both of you. I will take everything from both of you, and will make you feel the pain of the one with whom I have been living for so many years. Saying this, he leaves, but Li tries to chase him, but because of the pain in his legs, he is not able to run away. So, he comes back. Now, after having dinner, Li comes to drop Li Chen at her apartment, where Li tells her that she should call Meng, but she says I always stay alone, so I don't need her. But Li was worried about her. That's why he said that I should stay with you for the night. Saying this, he comes inside and closes all the windows and curtains, etc. Li Chen says it will not be necessary. Li starts making excuses to stay here and says because of the rain, I won't get a taxi outside, and my driver is in the hospital right now, so he can't come to pick me up, so I have to stay here. But Li Chen was feeling very awkward allowing him to stay here. He told her not to worry, saying, I'll sleep here. You can go to your room and sleep comfortably. But still, she refuses and asks him to leave. Then, Li says, 1,15,000 yuan was still owed by you. Now, hearing this, she didn't say anything because she didn't have any money at all. After that, Li had gone to see her photos. So, she came running to stop him. But Li had seen the photos of both the twins. Now, he already knew about it. But pretending a little, he asked, then, you have a sister, and you both were also studying in high school with Jian. But Li Chen says, I don't know about this. We used to live separately since childhood, so I don't know anything about her elder sister. Then, she takes him from there and leaves him on the sofa and goes to sleep. Then, at night, because of nightmares, she wakes up again. Then, she goes out and seeing Li sleeping, she starts remembering her high school time when she used to watch Li secretly. Then, she asks him, where were you all these years? Then, we come to know through a flashback that Li's thigh bones were broken due to the road attack of the criminal, and he could not even walk, so he was taken abroad for treatment. Another reason for which was that the criminal had threatened him, due to which his mother was very worried about him. But Li was also worried about Li Chen. Then, his mother said that the criminal does not even know Li Chen's name. Don't worry, nothing will happen to her, and maybe they will also leave the city, so Li had gone with his mother. Now, coming back to the present, Li Chen was just looking at him, but as soon as she starts touching his face, he holds her hand, so she starts pretending to kill mosquitoes with her hand. But Li had already seen her, so he just smiles seeing her actions. The next morning, when Meng comes to meet Li Chen, she is surprised to see Li there. Then, Li Chen takes her aside and understands everything. Then, Meng takes both of them to the shooting set. Here, Yuran was getting very angry seeing the increasing popularity of Li Chen. In the meantime, she gets a message from an unknown number. It was written in it that there is a gift for you in Zhongbei Hospital's VIP room. So, the same criminal had sent this message. He was talking about Li Chen's twin sister Li Wan, but Yuran did not pay much attention to it. So, today's shooting's main couple was Li and Li Chen, where Yuran has to perform as a supporting character. But she announces her real relationship with her co-actor Chen Wu to get more footage, so this news also goes viral very quickly. Now hiding behind, Li Chen also says that she and Li are already a couple. So then Yuran buys a ring through Chen Wu and also wears it in a live show. Seeing this, Li Chen also asked Li to bring a ring for her too, but Li had already brought one out and gave it to Li Chen, which was a diamond ring he had bought for Li Chen only. So after wearing it, Li Chen starts flexing fiercely. Then, Yuran takes out the trending topic and shows it to Li Chen that she was trending in this. But Li Chen already knew that all this is fake. That's why she asks Yuran, since when are you both in a relationship? And it comes out of her mouth that since yesterday. Hearing this, Li Chen says, just one day, see we both have been dating for 2 weeks. Yuran says, we both have also met each other's parents. On which Li Chen says, we both have also told our parents about their relationship. Then, Yuran says, "We both are going to live together." Then, Li Chen says in a hurry, "We both are also living together," due to which everyone is surprised. Now, seeing everyone's reaction, she thinks maybe she said a little too much. Now, Li Chen had said that she and Li live together. To confirm this, Li also confirms it in front of everyone. He tells them that both of them are living together, due to which all the attention is on both of them. So Yu Ran gets very annoyed. Now, his partner Chen Wu used to like her, but Yu Ran says that they are helping each other to gain popularity. Nothing more can happen between them. So after Chen Wu left, she again gets a message from the criminal, and he again asks her to go to the hospital's VIP ward. So Yu Ran starts thinking about who this is and what he wants. Here, many reporters were keeping an eye outside Li Chen's apartment so that they can take pictures of Li and Li Chen together. Now, Li Chen had announced to the public that both of them lived together as real couples, so she asked Li to stay with her at her house for a few days. For this, she had even made a cohabitation contract. She says that she will not disturb his life. They just have to act as a couple outside, and here they will do everything on their own. But Li says, "What will I get in return?" She then starts her drama, saying, "I have to give my savings to you for the date contract," or she praises him a bit. Then, Li says, "Okay, but there is a condition that you will not go out of the house alone, and wherever you go, you will have to tell him." Now, he said this to protect her from the criminal. So Li Chen agrees, but she had to go to see her sister Li Wan tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, she had her college exam. But Meng said, "Don't worry, I will make some arrangements." Now, the next morning, she was going to the hospital. Then Li saw her and asks her where she is going. She says that she has a little cold. That's why she is going to the hospital. Now, Meng had gone to the company for some work, so Li had said, "I will drop you to the hospital." But Li Chen says there is no need for that. "I will go." Then, Li told the condition that you will not go alone. Otherwise, the money that was left for the previous contract, you will have to transfer it right now. Hearing this, she has to agree. Then, Li says, "Don't worry, I will not go inside with you. I will just drop you." So, Li drops her outside the hospital. After Li Chen goes inside, Lu Feng comes to him, whom Li had asked to check the CCTV footage of the hospital. Now, seeing the footage, it is clear that the same criminal had come to kill Li Wan. Here, Li Chen had understood one thing. Maybe someone had come to kill her sister Li Wan, understanding her, because Li Wan was a very calm type of girl who has never fought with anyone till date, while Li Chen has been picking up fights with someone or the other since childhood. That's why Li Chen thinks that maybe someone wants to take revenge on her, but the criminal does not come to her mind. Instead, she starts telling about all the fights of her childhood. Here, Yu Ran had reached the hospital after seeing the criminal's message. Now Li had also seen her going inside, so he calls Li Chen to inform her, but her phone was on silent mode. So both brothers run inside because both of them knew that her sister Li Wan is inside. Here, she had come out of this VIP world. Then she sees Yu Ran coming from the front. Now Li also comes there, so he hides Li Chen and goes inside. Then to divert them, Meng comes out and sees Lu Feng in front, so then she kisses him by pressing him against the door. Seeing this, Yu Ran comes and asks her what she is doing. Meng says, "Can't you see? I have come to the hospital with my boyfriend for a checkup." Then, Lu Feng also supports her in this drama, but Yu Ran has come inside. So, Li and Li Chen start acting as a couple. Then Li Chen taunts Yu Ran and makes her run away. Here, outside, Lu Feng was completely surprised after the kiss. Seeing this, Meng asks him, "Have you never kissed anyone? And by the way, what were you doing here?" Lu Feng told her that he is the vice president of S Blue Group, but she doesn't believe his words, but after coming inside, she believes him. Now both of them had also seen Li Wan, but Li Chen told them that this is Li Chen, and I am Li Wan. But there is a nurse here who has come after telling the name of the patient as Li Wan, so she had to tell them the truth. Then, Li says that he remembers he had a classmate named Li Chen in high school, and she looks just like her. On this, Li Chen was feeling a little embarrassed, thinking about proposing to him. Then she said, while acting a little, "Yes, I also remember. He is the topper of our class." That's why she starts acting to be a little frank. Now, on coming back, she asks Li if he remembers her. Li says, "How can I forget you after what you did?" Hearing this, she again starts getting embarrassed, remembering the day she confessed to Li. After coming home, she goes to prepare for her exam. Then Meng sends her some fan fiction links written about Li and Li Chen. Now, she starts reading these fan fictions while studying, but this story is so romantic. Reading it, the book falls from her hand. Listening to its voice, Li comes there running, so she hides her phone behind her. Li asks if anyone sent her a threatening message or someone called and threatened her. But she was just hiding the fan fiction. But Li thought that maybe a criminal has sent her a threatening message. So, while checking her phone, he falls on her. Now, she also had an audio file of fan fiction which gets played by mistake. Then, both of them feel very embarrassed after listening to their over-romantic story. Then, she says, "I was not listening to all this. I was studying. Meng had sent all this to me. Now, Lee was also feeling embarrassed, so he says, there is no need to explain. Saying this, he leaves. Due to this, Li Chen starts feeling more embarrassed. The next day, after the shooting is over, Li Chen and Meng go to give the exam, after giving an excuse of going to the hospital. In the exam hall, her friend says, Li Wan is your sister. Please introduce me to her once. So Li Chen says, okay, and goes to write the paper. And following her, Yu Ran also came there. As soon as the exam is over, Li Chen goes out so that her friend cannot insist she meet Li Wan. But her friend follows her, and they all are after her. Now, to get rid of them, she goes to the washroom and eats some chocolate. She already had anti-allergic medicine in her bag, so she would have been a little scared. Eating chocolate causes allergic reactions. So she asks her friend that she is going to the hospital, so they say that they will take her to the hospital. So Li Chen runs to get rid of them, but her bag is with her friend. To bring her back, her friend runs after her. Now, Li Chen was calling her friend to go back. Just then, Yu Ran also reaches there and hears Li Chen's voice. So she follows the voice path. Now Li Chen's friend was calling Li Chen by her real name. So hearing this, Yu Ran gets suspicious. So she whispers something in her assistant's ear and sends her somewhere. Now, Li comes and covers Li Chen before Yu Ran comes. Then he takes her outside. After that, he gives her medicine. But then, Yu Ran comes there and asks, are you really Li Wan or her twin sister, Li Chen? Now, there are many red spots on her body due to an allergic reaction. That's why Li had covered her. But Yu Ran was saying that, if you are Li Wan, then show me your face. But Li says, who said that she is not Li Wan? Yu Ran says, then why is she not showing her face? Saying this, Yu Ran has come to remove her coat. Before that, Li kissed her. Now her allergic reactions were cured, so she gets up and asks Yu Ran, don't you have any work that you are behind us? Saying this, they leave from there. Now, Li was worried for Li Chen. That's why he started scolding her, saying, how can you eat chocolate like this? You do not know how dangerous it could be. I was so worried about you, and I had told you not to come alone. Now, seeing him taking care of her, she is just looking at him. And now she was remembering the kiss, due to which she was embarrassed a lot. That's why she runs away from there, making an excuse. Next, she is sitting with Meng. Then she says, I might have started liking Li, but I don't know what he thinks about me. So, Meng tells her another fan fiction story written by one of his fans. Then, she tells the story of fan fiction in which she tries many ways to find out whether Li has feelings for her or not. So, Meng suggests she follow the fan fiction story, while on the other side, Li tells his brother about the incident of college today. So, Lu Feng says that he thinks Li Chen is angry with Li because he talked to her very rudely. So, Li asks for some tips from his brother to convince Li Chen. He gives an idea that he has to agree to all the things Li Chen says. He has to praise her, and whatever she needs to do, he has to ask her before that. Then, both of them reach home, but Li Chen is cooking food. Seeing Li, she asks him to tie her hair to create some closeness between them. Now she thought that this will create a little romantic moment, but Li had already brought rubber bands for her, which he immediately ties off her hair, due to which Li Chen's mood gets off. Then, she mixes one of her short dresses with Li's clothes, and she asks him to take his clothes, and she was watching him from behind because she thought that he will come to her room to return it. But Li thinks that if Li Chen sees her dress with him, then he doesn't know what she will think of him. Thinking this, he hides the dress there itself and takes his clothes and leaves. Next, Li asks Li Chen that Yu Ran must have doubted her. Otherwise, why would she follow her suddenly today? And why would she ask whether she is Li Chen or Li Wan? The next day, we see the scene of a press conference, where Yu Ran had also come, and she tells everyone that this is not Li Wan but her twin sister Li Chen. Hearing this, the press people go to gossip. Then, through a flashback, we come to know that Yu Ran had sent her assistant to the hospital, where she had seen the inside of the VIP ward and had also recorded its video. Here, she plays that video in front of everyone and tells everyone that the real Li Wan is in a coma. But Li Chen says that yes, she is her twin sister, but what proof does she have that she is not Li Wan? On which Yu Ran tells that if the one who is in the hospital is Li Chen, then how did Li Chen reach there to give her yesterday's exam? Now all this was being posted live on social media by the press to handle which Lu Feng goes to his PR team. But then the criminal goes to Lu Feng's cabin, where through his laptop, the criminal found the fake couple contract of Li and Li Chen. Here, Li Chen tells that her sister Li Chen was in the hospital, but she has recovered a few days ago. That's why she went there to give the exam. As a proof, she also makes a video with Li Chen, which shocks everyone. Then, Through a flashback, we come to know that Lee had already doubted that Yu-Ran will definitely do something wrong in the press conference. That's why he had already planned all this. He had already recorded Li Chen's video by making her wear a patient's dress, and with the help of Lu Feng, he had already recorded this fake video. Now, when Li Chen is finally safe, that criminal sends the fake couple contract of these two to Yu-Ran, and Yu-Ran shows this contract to the public. And then the questions about their relationship start coming up again. So, Lee himself tells the truth, after which Lee expresses his feelings for Li Chen and says that their relationship started with a contract, but now they have really fallen in love with each other, and they are going to get married soon. But Li Chen gets surprised to hear this. Here, he confuses his feelings in front of everyone and proposes to her for marriage, which shocks Li Chen, and he announces his engagement after 4 days, which will also be telecasted on TV. But Li Chen thinks that it is a joke, so she also supports him, but Yu-Ran does not believe in all this, on which Li says that he makes his fiancée wear a ring worth 7 crores. Is all this fake for you? Hearing this, Yu-Ran's entire plan flops, and she has to run away from here. Next, she was getting upset in her room. After this, she is going to be insulted a lot, which will spoil her image a lot. Then, she gets a call from the criminal who says, "You missed such a big opportunity to defame both of them." So, she shouts at him and cuts the call, but then her room bell rings, and the criminal had come outside, and he says to her, "You are such a dumb. You missed such a good opportunity." Then, she threatens him with the police and asks him to leave from there. The criminal also tries to stop the door, saying, "I still remember the mark below your neck," which shocks Yu-Ran. And from a flashback, we come to know that this criminal had molested Yu-Ran, some photos of which are still with the criminal, and that day, in order to save Yu-Ran, Li Chen and Li come, and the criminal had attacked them. Even then, both of them gave evidence to the police, but Li's family did not complain to the police. Here, at present, the criminal shows Yu-Ran some photos, of which Yu-Ran again gets traumatized and gets scared. And then, the criminal threatens her that she has to do what he will ask her to do. Otherwise, whatever happened with her will be uploaded online and the world will know about her fate. But she was already very scared, and she gets more scared. Here, Li and Li Chen, after giving their interview to the press, when they come out, Li refuses Li Chen to go anywhere, and Li asks Lu Feng to collect the details of everyone who comes here. Li remembers that earlier he had seen the criminal here, and he was also confirmed that the criminal was giving Yu-Ran instructions. Now, he did not see that criminal in the list. Li remembers one thing, how the criminal was going everywhere. So he asks Lu Feng if he has recruited a new person. Lu Feng tells about the driver. Hearing this, Li rushes to come out quickly because he had already asked Meng to take Li Chen home, and we see that the new driver of this car was that criminal. Now Li Chen and Meng were shocked to see the diamond ring and said that this ring's worth is 7 crores. Here the criminal calls Li and says, "I am just giving you a warning. What can I do? But don't worry, I will not do anything like this right now because I have to make both of you suffer. And don't even try to find me because all my information is fake, so you will not be able to find me." After that, Li quickly reaches the apartment where he finds Li Chen safe, so he goes and hugs her. Li Chen asks what is the matter, but he does not tell her anything. After this, Meng takes Li Chen, and Lu Feng takes Li to different rooms. Lu Feng knew that Li likes Li Chen, but is not daring to tell her, because there is a fear of rejection because in high school, he misunderstood Li Chen. So Li thinks that maybe Li Chen does not like him anymore. That's why Lu Feng gives him an idea that you have to do something so that Li Chen proposes to him from the front. Here, Meng tells Li Chen that the way he had hugged you, I am sure that he also likes you. But Li Chen also had doubts that since the high school incident, Li was not thinking that she is mad. That's why she is not getting the courage to propose to him directly. Meng says that he really likes her. Haven't you understood yet? And if he doesn't like you, then why would he give you a ring worth 7 crores? But if you still have doubts, then you should do something like that. He should come and propose to you. Then she gives her some tips. So, next, Li Chen takes a photo with the flower bouquet and posts it on her social media. And in its caption, it was written that this bouquet is from a special person. Seeing this, Li gets very jealous. Then, Lu Feng says that, "Brother, you don't have to go in procession, but you have to do something special to get her, so that she gets impressed by you." Here, when there is no reaction coming from Li, then both of them go home. Where, before Li can do anything in reaction, she makes her second plan and brings the script of a romantic drama to Li for rehearsal. But Lu Feng was being a bone between them, so then Meng pulls him and takes him out with her, where a quarrel starts between them. We have come to know that Lu Feng has started liking Meng. Here, during rehearsal, Li had a lot of romantic lines, in which "I love you" was also one of the lines, and she wanted to call him, so she was getting too close to him, due to which Li started blushing, but he was not able to tell her. But then, he gets a call from the office, so he runs away after making an excuse. Here, Yu-Ran was drinking a lot after remembering her past, and her assistant consoles her. After she leaves, Lee comes to meet Yu-ran, who directly asks her if she knows where he is. Does she know anything about that criminal? Here, Lee also reveals the real name of the criminal, which is Jung Yan. Yu-ran is surprised, but Lee says he knows that he is giving you instructions. But I would like to give you only one advice, to stay away from him. But she asks, how did you know about all these? Then, Lee says that Lee Chen had saved you that night. Yu-ran is shocked after knowing the truth. Then, Lee says, if you come to know anything about that criminal or he comes to you, then you must tell me. Saying this, he starts leaving. But Yu-ran says that it's okay. I know that Lee Chen is acting as Lee Wan and working on her place. But don't worry, I will not tell anyone. After Lee leaves, she takes out her old phone, in which she had made a video of the criminal attacking Lee Chen. After this, the criminal had run away from there, and then she also saw Lee in the video, seeing which she records a video for Lee Chen. She had gone to say sorry and thank you to her. On the other side, Lee Chen had gone to Jian's clinic with her kitten, so Jian clicks a photo of her playing with her kitten and posts it on his social media. Then, Lee also sees this post and gets very jealous, and he controls himself a lot. Here at the clinic, Jian wanted to give a surprise to Lee Chen that he has bought a shop to open a vet clinic for her. Here, he was going to tell his feelings to Lee Chen, but he was not getting courage. So, he said that he likes a girl from high school very much, to whom he is going to confess his feelings. So, hearing this, she tells the names of her old friends because in school time, he used to hang out with some of her friends. Lee Chen takes the names of many classmates, so he does not say anything. On top of that, Lee also comes there. When Lee Chen asks the reason for his coming here, he pretends to have a toothache. After this, all three go to eat together, where Lee Chen and Jian were roasting each other. In the excitement, they drink a little too much, so Lee Chen calls Meng and Lu Feng there. After a little fear, Lee holds her hand and asks her to go home. But then Jian holds Lee Chen's hand and does not let her go, and says to Lee, I have come here to have dinner with my friend. Who are you to take her from here? Then, Lee leaves her hand and goes outside. Lee Chen also did not say anything, so Jian asks Lee Chen if she likes Lee now, but she remains completely silent. On the other hand, he stops outside and thinks that no matter what happens, he will tell her his feelings. That is why he goes back inside the restaurant. Before telling his feelings to her, he practices once from outside the gate, and in the beginning, he tells everything. That before liking her, he started liking her, but he never had the courage to confess to her. Finally, when he says, I like you, then the door opens, and Jian comes and says, I know that she does not like me, but I do. This is a different matter. Here, he tells Lee that the letter she gave him was blank. Just then, Lee Chen comes, so Jian leaves from there. Then, Lee goes to tell her his feelings, but he was not able to tell her. Just then, Meng and Lu Feng arrive and quickly take them away. Then, Lu Feng starts taking his brother, but Lee tries to free his hand from his brother, due to which his hand slips. Then Lu Feng holds Meng's shirt and she is pulled towards him, due to which she falls on Lu Feng, and an accidental kiss happened between them. Here, Lee also kisses Lee Chen, and then Lee Chen says, this is the first time you are going to confess me, but he says no. Then, the flashback starts, and we see the scene of high school, where Lee is preparing to propose to Lee Chen and had written a love letter to her. But then suddenly Lee Chen went there, so the love letter fell from Lee's hand, and then Lee Chen gave him a love letter and confused him. Now, his letter had fallen down, so to hide it from Lee Chen, he puts his feet on it, and that's why he moves back. And Lee Chen thinks it's rejection that day. Now, coming back to the present, Lee says, this is not my first time confession. Hearing this, she gets very angry. Then she says, then why did you kiss me? Then Meng also gets up, and they both hit both Lee and Lu Feng with a punch. The next morning, both of them are looking at their injuries, and Lee says, what wrong did I do? Whatever she asked me, I told her that I had just thought of proposing her at high school timing, according to which this was the second time I confessed. Then Lu Feng says, but why should I bother? Our kiss happened by mistake. Then Lee Chen and Meng come out, but there was a practical exam of Lee Chen, so Meng goes to drop her. After that, Lee starts preparing for his engagement because he had announced that today there will be a live telecast of his and Lee Chen's engagement. Then, Lee gets Yu-ran's message, so he goes to her room to meet her, but the criminal was already hiding there. So he gives an injection to his neck, due to which he was about to faint in some time. But then, the criminal says, there is an exam of Lee Chen today, so in her college, there is a very big cold storage room where the temperature is in -20 degrees. A person can only stay alive for half an hour in that room. Then, we see the scene of college where a lab assistant takes Lee Chen to the cold storage room on some pretext and locks it from outside. Here, the criminal says, "You will not go and get her out right now, because the college is very far from here, and your condition is also not good right now. That's why if you take the charge of molesting Yuran, then she will be safe." But Lee cuts his hand to keep himself awake and attacks the criminal and rushes to the college. While going, he calls Meng and tells her everything, so Meng reaches there quickly with the security. In a little fear, Lee also reaches there and breaks the lock of the cold storage room and goes inside. But Lee sees that Li Chen's health had deteriorated a lot. On the other side, the criminal catches Yuran. Here, Li takes Li Chen to the hospital. After that, when Li Chen regains consciousness, Meng tells her how Mr. Li came and saved her. On the other side, Lee catches hold of the lab assistant and hands him over to the police after taking testimony against the criminal. Today, it was the live engagement of Lee and Li Chen, where due to not coming, the media people start asking questions, and gossip starts that all this must be fake. Lu Feng comes out to call Lee. Here, when Lee reaches Li Chen and she asks him, "How did you know that I am in the cold storage room?" But before he says anything, Li Chen sees his injured hand. When she sees this, she worries a lot about Lee. That's why she makes him sit and gets angry at him and goes to bandage his hand. She says, "You should take care of yourself," but he says that I was in a hurry to come to save you. That's why I got hurt. But Li Chen did not stop and starts scolding him. Then Li says that don't worry, I am not feeling any pain. Hearing this, Li Chen says, "You didn't even feel your pain when you came to save me? Like you or not?" Then he asks, "Do you like me?" Hearing this, she moves back. Then he comes close to her with hostility and asks for the answer. But she says, "I asked you first, so you tell me." But Li says, "I want to know your answer first." Then she kisses him. That's why the heartbeat of Lee becomes fast, on which Lee says, "This was your answer." Then Lee also kisses her, due to which she starts blushing. Li Chen says, "Was this your answer?" Then she again goes to kiss him, but then Meng comes to call them because there was a ruckus going on in the engagement ceremony. So both of them reach there. Then all the press people go to ask them, "Why did you come here so late?" Li Chen excuses herself for being unwell. Here, the criminal was coming out, but the criminal said, "The real show will start now." Then, a photo of Lee came in the phone of all the media people present here when he had come to Yuran's room. Now, the press people start asking, "What is your relation with her? Why did you go to meet her secretly? Is there any affair between you two?" But Lee says there is no such thing. So the press people go to Yuran's room to ask Yuran, where they find her dead. It was written in her laptop that, "I have given my life because of you both." Now, the criminal writes all this to trap Lee and Li Chen. Then, the reporter comes and tells everyone that Yuran has died, and she has written the names of these two on the suicide note. Then, Lu Feng comes to take his brother and Li Chen out of here. But then an audio starts playing in which Yuran is saying, "You molested me 6 years ago, and why are you not leaving me alone now?" Now, because the last guy who went to meet Yuran was Lee, so the press people immediately come to know that Lee molested Yuran 6 years ago, due to which she committed suicide. Now, Li Chen knew that it was a lie, and she also understood that the girl molested that day was Yuran. That is why Li Chen tells everyone that Li was not there. Hearing Li Chen's answer, the reporter asks her, "You were not there, then, because you had gone for broadband training?" Now, the press people were thinking she was Li Wan. That is why they said this. Then, she told them that she is not Li Wan, but she is her twin sister, Li Chen. Then, Li Chen tells everyone about Li Wan's being in a coma, and also says that she was at that place at night and she saw the criminal molest Yuran, and Lee was not there. But then a photo of Lee from 6 years ago appears on the screen, which was recorded in Yuran's phone, and that criminal was doing all this by killing the bodyguards of the security room, where he had also deleted all the footage of his coming and going. Here, Lee says that yes, he was there that night, but he was not the one who killed Yuran. But these press people have twisted this news in such a way that everyone feels that this is the reason why Yuran committed suicide. Then, Lee asks Lu Feng to take Li Chen out of there. After that, when Meng goes to the parking to bring the car, just then, the criminal comes near Li Chen. She also gets scared because of that night. She also sees the nightmares. Here, that criminal says that this is just the beginning of my revenge, and I have killed Yuran, but in this, I will send Li to jail and will destroy both of you. Saying this, he leaves before Meng comes there. Here, because of Li, the company was facing a lot of losses, so Li resigns from the position of president and makes his brother the president. Now, all the proofs of the criminal coming here were gone, so they had no good proof. When Li came out, Li Chen meets Li. She tells Li that no matter how big the problem is and whatever happens in the future, we both will face it together. The next day, it is also published in the newspapers, due to which Li and Li Chen were getting a lot of hits. There were attacks in their apartment. Similarly, Lu Feng saves Meng, to whom both of them were getting close. Now today was Li's birthday, so he brought a cake for his brother, but the cake fell down, due to which it got spoiled. Then, They go to a restaurant to celebrate his birthday, but the restaurant people also misbehave with him. Instead of sending a happy birthday cake, they send him a death anniversary cake, and the manager talks to them very rudely. He also throws them out of the restaurant itself. That is why they celebrate the birthday by buying buns on the road. Here, Lee Chen asks Lee to make a wish. Lee says, "My wish was that I will be with you," which has been completed, in which Lee Chen also becomes very happy. And here, that criminal who was still using Lee Chen's phone, then a parcel delivery message comes in her phone in which someone had sent a parcel to Lee Chen's address. On finding out the details of which, it is found that Yu Ran had sent a pen drive. The criminal understands that there is a proof against him. Here, also, Lee Chen gets a message from the delivery agent who tells her that a parcel has come for you in the name of some Miss Yu Ran. Hearing this, both of them reach home quickly, and they take out that pen drive from the parcel. Inside, it is that recorded video of Yu Ran, in which she says thank you to Lee and Lee Chen for saving her 6 years ago. In it, Yu Ran had clearly told everything, that the criminal had made her photos and videos, due to which she did not complain, and both of them came and saved her that day. But she ran away due to fear, so she is sorry. Seeing this, both of them leave to give this pen drive to the police. Lee brings a car, but Lee Chen sits down without looking at it. And we see that there was a criminal in the car who had beaten Lee in the parking lot and made him unconscious. So he kidnaps Lee Chen and takes her to an empty building. After breaking the pen drive, the criminal was about to kill Lee Chen when she tells him that the video was not in this pen drive. The real pen drive is with Lee. Here, Lee was regaining consciousness. The criminal asks him to bring the pen drive or else he will kill Lee Chen. So Lee reaches with the pen drive to save Lee Chen, and the criminal first asks him to play the video of the pen drive. Now, Lee did not have any video, but he put the pen drive in the laptop, and to waste the criminal's time, Lee has to keep him busy because he was waiting for the police to come. A lot of time is going to be wasted. Because of this, the criminal was angry with him, so he puts a knife on Lee Chen's neck. Then, Lee goes to him with a laptop. He reaches there and attacks him by diverting his attention, but the criminal was going to attack Lee Chen, but Lee comes in front of her. Then, the police reaches there and arrests the criminal, but Lee faints, and Lee Chen takes him to the hospital. After he regains consciousness, finally, both of them express their love for each other. Then, they were about to kiss when Jian comes and disturbs them, and now Lee goes to openly express his love. After sending Jian away, he again comes closer to her to kiss her. But then a call comes which again disturbs their romantic moment, but she gets a good news that Lee Wan has regained consciousness. Lee Chen is very happy to see her safe. Finally, when everything is fine, they get some time to romance. After some time, their wedding ceremony is shown, where finally, after taking all the vows, their marriage is completed. Here, Lu Feng tells his heart's feelings to Meng, that he likes her. Then, she also holds his hand and tells him that she also likes him. After that, Lee kisses Lee Chen, and this drama also has a happy ending.